ESPN Radio Sports Center.
I'm Steve Lennox at a news conference today. Detroit Lions coach Matt Patricia addressed being indicted by a grand jury on one count of aggravated sexual assault charge from 1996 when he played football at Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute. ESPN reporter Michelle Steele earlier on The Will Cain Show.
The fact is, he had a 15-year-long relationship with Bob Quinn. I think that they put a lot of trust, for instance, in the Patriots to have also done their due diligence. He was there without any issue. I mean, I covered that team for 3 straight seasons, and no Matt Patricia from New England. I did not hear one iota, one inkling of anything even approaching this serious of an allegation.
The charge against Patricia and a teammate was dismissed in 1997. Charlotte Hornets will host a news conference on Friday to introduce James Borrego as the team's new head coach. ESPN's Adrian Wojnarowski writes on ESPN.com that Borrego made a strong impression on new Charlotte president of basketball operations and GM Mitch Kupchak during his interview. Stanley Cup playoffs, Jets and Predators about to get underway. They'll drop the puck in Nashville for Game 7 of their Western Conference semifinal series. The winner will advance and host Vegas in Game 1 of the conference final on Saturday. Baseball Reds manager Jim Riggleman announcing earlier Matt Harvey is going to make his Reds debut and start against the Dodgers in Los Angeles on Friday. Harvey was acquired by the Reds from the Mets on Tuesday. Third inning in the Bronx, Red Sox trying to avoid the series sweep of 2-0 on the Yankees in the series finale.
Hey, it's the Gots. Join us Friday. Amin Al-Hassan is in as our guest co-host. We'll talk a lot of NBA playoffs with him, and we'll talk baseball with our friend Tim Kirchin. That's Friday on the Dan Le Batard Show with Beast to Gots on ESPN Radio.
Welcome. This is the Kevin Sutton Show coming to you live, loud, and proud from ESPN 580 Orlando. This is Myra, the ladies' point of view, holding it down tonight because our very own Kevin Sutton is out saving the world.
One dad at a time.
That's right. Tonight he is at Florida Hospital for Women, helping fathers who are becoming fathers. And the irony real quick is I was there a year ago.
You were there for a year.
Don't be so mean.
It was like Odysseus's Odyssey.
I know. But it's so
awesome. I'll be back in 10 years.
We got the crew holding it down for him, doing our thing. So we're going to do it the way we want to.
And guys, don't forget to download the podcast. All right, we got a lot of outlets here. So let's count them, Sam. We got iTunes, Stitcher, TuneIn Radio, iHeartRadio, Google Play Music.
Oh, yeah.
Spotify.
Yep.
Did I say YouTube?
Nope.
We're on YouTube. All the episodes will be put on YouTube as well. But if you find yourself on one of these outlets, the best thing you can do to help us out is to click that like and subscribe. We like 5 stars, baby. Keep our streak alive. Apparently, if you rate us 5 stars, it does something magical with Apple. I don't know. I don't know what it actually does, but apparently that's like really pivotal, right? So rate us 5 stars, and it'll help us out tremendously.
Yeah,
baby.
help us out. Cinco. And we also want to thank our sponsors for the Kevin Sutton Show. Cruz and Pescara, PA. That's right. Personal injury attorneys. If you're looking for an attorney, have you been in a car crash, slip and fall, criminal case, whatever you need, Cruz and Pescara is a full-service law firm.
If you're a pedestrian and get hit by a car, too.
Yep. Yes. You can give them a call over at 407-841-0200. Tell them the Kevin Sutton Show sent you. And if you do the secret code word, you get the VIP treatment. No, but you get it all the time because that's what Cruz and Pescara does. Office is downtown Orlando. You can always go to our website, kevinsuttonshow.com. Click on the top link. It'll take you right to the law firm.
Right.
Well, you know what? We're going to start this night off. By the way, Kevin has a civil case. I'm going to let him disclose that. But he was apparently... he's got the big rims, right, in the van? Yeah,
he was talking about it last night.
And he was sold a tire. So he went to the place where he purchased the tires. We're not going to disclose that yet. Yeah. Did he disclose it last night? Okay. No. And he said to them, hey, no, it's not Walmart. He said to them, hey, the tires you put on my truck are too small for the weight. Yeah. And they said, well, sorry, And so Kevin said, well, can you give me the information? And it said that weight of the tires is only 1,800 pounds. This van weighs 10. So, I think he's going to be calling Cruz and Pescara.
Right.
Oh, yeah. But you know what? Let's start this night off right. Because we got in the studio Dr. Fee.
Okay. Today is Thursday, baby. My words of wisdom for you all are that the most dangerous game to play is called resting your eyes while your morning alarm goes off.
Oh, no. Did you do that?
Yes.
Uh-oh.
And let's not forget we got Meyer with the latest point of view.
That's me. Oh. 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 Dale. Oh, I actually have a pit bull update. Okay. So, I'm running for office, Orange County Commission District 3, right?
Made up position.
No. Well, I've been meeting a lot of business people in the community, and I met the people through charter school called Academia.
Okay.
And they...
The cookie?
No. Academia.
Oh, I said macadamia.
No. And they have a couple charter schools in town, including Cornerstone, which is a school at K through 12. Okay. But anyways, they have a school in Miami called SLAM. It's like sports, leadership, and management.
That's awesome.
It's like a up north how they have School for the Arts.
Yes.
Where you go to
it's
high
a magnet school.
Exactly. Well, this is one just for athletes, sports management, anything to do with sports. And their partner and co-owner is Pitbull.
That's cool.
Yes.
So
Pitbull did like a personal concert.
He's going to make a new song
for just
you?
the students. No. So Pitbull has invested in one of the SLAM schools in Osceola County. And Pitbull was here about 2 weeks ago, and they're like, we need to set up a meet and greet for you. I'm like, oh, yeah. If he could do, yeah, might just put a lady boo. Like that would be so awesome, right? If he just said it. If he just said, hey, this Pitbull, this Pitbull, my lady's point of view, she's always got my ear. Oh,
see,
I'm all over it.
Gold.
I mean, we are really all like 1 degree level away from like everybody.
That's funny.
We are.
Because
we'll
really
get into
true.
that.
Yeah.
We'll get into that. But you know who else is hanging out with us? You can send them Taco Bell. You can send them Chipotle. You can send them wherever. As long as they sell burritos. What's going on?
What's up? I get to pick my own music, so I just pick the good.
You're not looking like
school.
burrito. You're looking like a taquito.
Yeah, you think?
Losing weight.
I know. I said something to you the last time, and you were trying to act like nah.
I mean, like I've dropped a few pounds, but I didn't think it was noticeable.
Of course it is.
Looking like a taquito,
I
man.
appreciate it.
Man, taquitos are slim, man. Yeah. Man, I was at a meeting. Somebody asked me if I was Mexican today. Now, there's nothing wrong with Mexicans, except if you're not a Mexican.
Yeah.
Which I'm not a Mexican.
Yeah, that's like with Asian people. They always say Chinese.
It's like if somebody says to you, like, Kevin's black, right? They're like, man, are you Arabic? Like, what's up? You know what Kevin always says? People are like, oh, you're African American. He always says, I ain't never been to Africa. But I said, no. And he's like, why'd you say it like that? And I didn't realize I said it a certain way. So Faith is there. So she busts out laughing, right? Faith is not a good side wing, by the way. She is not a good co-pilot. No. She has really like dogged me a couple times lately. She's 14 and she thinks she's going on 24.
Of course.
But I didn't realize my face said apparently a lot more than what I intended to. I said, no, there's nothing wrong with Mexicans. I like Mexicans.
But I'm not.
But I'm not. Yeah. You ever get that? People don't think you are Brazilian, do they?
No. Well, I mean, here in Orlando a little bit just because we have so many Brazilians, but anywhere else they're like, yeah, you're probably Hispanic or you're just a little tan white guy.
Or do they ever call you Puerto Rican?
I've gotten Puerto Rican in New York a couple times, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
I've never been called Puerto Rican.
I actually don't know. Where are you from?
Argentina and Colombia.
Ooh, yeah. That's a little rivalry with my home country.
I know. You guys suck at soccer and we're good.
I don't know. Just check the badge. We got 5 stars. How many y'all got?
Yeah. That's
2 on one and none on the other. Yeah.
You guys would okay. That's like, look, I got a scenario before we get into this, and we may have to discuss. All right, USA, right? Team USA. Let's just say Florida and Georgia, right? And we're playing Russia.
Yes.
Okay. I'm Florida. Burritos, Georgia. We're right next to each other. We know each other really good. We hang out. We cross the border. We go to Georgia. You guys come to Florida. Go to Mickey Mouse.
See, I think of it more like New York, New Jersey, where Brazil's New York, and then they're New
please,
Jersey.
you are not
So
going to compare us to Jersey.
Not as good as us.
Maya, you're the turnpike.
No. We're Florida. You're Georgia. But anyways, and then Georgia is playing Russia. Now, we hang out all the time. We're right next to each other, but you'd rather go and support someone else because you're such a hater. Because you got your butt whipped in the last, 11-1?
First of all, it was 7-1, and it was in the semifinals.
Hold on. In soccer,
semifinals.
you realize in soccer, you're lucky if people get 1-1 or 2-1, okay? 7. Okay, it was like LeBron had come in and taken over.
I feel so bad for Phil right now. He's like, what is up with this soccer debate right now?
You know about soccer, right? Really, there have been matches where it's like 0-0.
Yeah.
I mean, look at the City Lions. They go to town for an hour and a half for 1 point.
Yeah.
Brazil let 7 get hit on them. 7.
All right, first of all,
that was like historical in the semifinals.
All right,
7.
let's talk about this a little bit.
Y'all should be happy there's some glass in between.
No,
in between these studios.
All I'm saying is our best player was hurt, our best defender was hurt, and this team we beat Colombia beforehand, and then Argentina lost to the team we lost to. So all I'm saying, all in all,
we didn't lose to Colombia.
Huh?
We lost to Germany.
Brazil beat Colombia,
right?
And then Germany beat Argentina, and then we lost to Germany. That's what I'm saying. I'm just trying to even up here where Brazil beat Colombia. That's one of your squads. And then we lost to Germany, but so did Argentina. So that's a little bit of a wash.
But you know what? We lost 1-0.
Yeah.
1-0. And for the record, we had our goals stolen. Thank you.
Wait,
let's go
who
to
didn't
commercial
lose?
break.
You know who didn't lose? LeBron James. He didn't lose against Toronto.
You know we had that goal stolen, and it was 1-0. We didn't go out 7-0. We didn't go out 7-0.
7-1. Get it straight.
Hey, do you have a shotgun blast sound effect in there?
I do not know.
Hey, if someone has an opinion about this, please let me know, okay? Because obviously Burrito has lost his mind. 7 points. In
or
soccer,
basketball.
Anybody who has anything to do with the City Lions, Pride, any soccer, heck, CYL soccer, Pop Warner soccer, you know you don't get 7 points. 7. That's right, 7. That's historical in a World Cup. Hey, this is the Kevin Sutton Show.
Come together.
Not now.
Right now.
Hey, we're going to be right back when we get to talk about NBA and all things coming up. Yeah. On stage. Oh, yeah, we are back. It's the Kevin Sutton Show. It is Thursday night. So much going on. I was so bummed that I missed Wrestling Wednesday, but maybe I can get a quick update. But
or you can download the podcast.
That's what I can do. This is the crew holding it down as Kevin is out over at Florida Hospital for Women teaching daddies.
Saving the world one dad at a time.
That's right. But, the crew, we have a good time holding it down. You guys are always welcome to give us a ring, tell us your thoughts, especially when it talks about Brazil, 7-1 in the semifinals.
But Maya, yes. you did mention Wrestling Wednesday really quick. I just want to say, Sam, I went off on Nick yesterday.
He did.
Yeah, why?
Because I'm tired of all the wrestling hate.
From Nick?
From everybody.
Everybody. And I was if you want to hear that down on the show, download yesterday's show.
Yeah, it was intense.
But let's talk about some NBA playoff action going on. This is we said a few weeks ago the playoffs are Christmas time in the sports world.
And actually, I think we have a caller on the line.
Yeah, who's that?
Who's that? Frank?
Yeah, it's your guy Frank. He said he was going to call in.
Frank.
Frank, are you there?
How you guys doing?
Hey, Frank, this is the Kevin Sutton Show. I'm lady. Lady's point of view.
I'm lady. I'm sorry. How's everything doing?
Everything is going well. Frank, what's on your mind tonight?
Well, number one, I just want to talk about what's going on in the playoffs. We got right now 2 matchups in the Eastern Conference Finals and the Western Conference Finals that are going to be very exciting.
I agree. This is probably the most exciting playoffs we're going into.
Frank, do you even care about the Western Conference?
I do. This season I do because actually the 2 teams that are in the finals are actually 2 of the very best all year, the Rockets and the Warriors. And this series actually was expected to happen all season long. And, by the season series, the Rockets dominated 2-1. So now into the finals, one thing that I can say is this series is going to be absolutely outstanding and exciting because with the arrival of Chris Paul to the Rockets have a stronger chance at actually upsetting the Warriors and beating them in the conference finals.
See, that's what I called that before the season even started.
He actually did. Actually, he's called Houston takes home the title, overall the championship. But Frank, okay, let's start off. Who is your team? Who is your favorite team that you want to see win this year? Because this is going to lay out the conversation as it goes up.
Is your favorite team even in the playoffs?
Yeah. Is your favorite team in the playoffs?
No.
And out of the four, who are you picking?
No, my favorite team is not in the playoffs. Actually, it's the Orlando Magic.
No.
We know how.
For real?
Heartbreaking, bro.
Frank, are you for real? Or are you just messing with us?
No, I actually am an Orlando Magic fan.
No, we're kidding. We're kidding. Okay. But out of this playoff, who are you rooting for?
In this playoffs, actually, I was rooting for the Philadelphia 76ers because I think the process that they had was incredible. And, to see them with all the great things they did this year, heading into the playoffs was outstanding. So I was actually rooting for the Sixers, but, we know the outcome of the series with the Celtics. But I'm actually excited to what it's going to happen with that franchise for the next years to come.
Yeah, the 76ers, I said, were probably the most exciting team to watch. It's unfortunate that they got eliminated, but I think next year they're going to do some damage, some real damage.
All right, and so out of the who do you when we're talking about East versus West,
who do you have in the finals?
Who do you have in the finals?
Oh, I have in the finals the Warriors and the Cavs again.
Round 4.
Really? You think Warriors and the Cavs? And okay, who inches over? Who wins?
I think. Well, in the finals, I think the Warriors are going to beat the Cavs in 5 games.
Frank.
Okay, I'm with you. Okay, Frank, you're cool. You know what you're talking about. Okay, so you're in tune. You're in tune. I think it'll be interesting to see the West because obviously Houston's a great team, and but we have a healthy Curry.
Yes.
So, and we have a healthy Kevin Durant. So at the end of the day, we'll see what happens. But it'll be interesting to see on the East if LeBron can carry the Cleveland past Boston. Boston's a heck of a team.
Frank, you still there?
Yeah, he has carried the Cavs all these playoffs, and actually he's averaging 34.3 points per game, 9.4 rebounds, and 9 assists, almost a triple-double, 55.3 from the field. LeBron James has done an outstanding job. The reason that he's able to to beat the Raptors so bad is because they have nobody to cover LeBron. Like they have, for example, in the Indiana series in the first round, like they have like a Lance Stevenson to at least try to cover LeBron. But in the Toronto Raptors series, you have nobody to cover LeBron. LeBron is the main guy who distributes the ball and makes sure the offense keeps going. So the Raptors, if they ever want to compete against a LeBron team, they have to get somebody else.
They need voodoo. Frank, before we let you go, plug your Facebook page, man. A lot of people want to know who's this guy.
Okay. Well, I'm on Facebook right now, Frank Velez, and also I am in Facebook in Fiebre Deportiva, the Sports Fever. You can watch it. We do sports there. Also, we have a group called Fiebre NBA, which is the largest Hispanic group in the world, over almost 250,000 members.
Wow!
So you can check it out. So we talk about NBA, we do podcasts, and we have the hot conversation about the both conference finals. So you can check it out. So.
Hey Frank, actually, you and I are friends on Facebook. So share that Fiebre with me, Myra Uribe on Facebook. I'd like to know more.
I will.
And I see your little girl. You got a beautiful daughter. Oh, what a proud
Thank you very much.
Yes.
Thanks, Frank. We'll catch back up with you.
Yeah,
in the
you'll have to come back. You'll have to call back when we're going East versus West.
You got to request a day off, man. You work just as much as I do, so you got to request a day off so you can actually come in the studio with us, bro.
Well, no problem. I'll be more than happy to.
Frank,
to
before
be in
you
the studio,
leave, before you leave, do you know anything about soccer?
Oh no, don't. Frank, don't answer that.
I know a little bit, but
Have you heard of a guy named Leo Messi?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
you win,
Barcelona.
Frank. Anytime you want to come on the show.
Superstar.
Argentina superstar, you got it.
All right, Frank.
All right, Frank. Thanks for calling.
I can't believe she pulled that card, Sam.
Frank was on it tonight. He knew the right team, Golden State. He knew Leo Messi. I think he said Argentinian Argentinian superstar. I think that's how he phrased it, So he gave
one
props to the
superstar
country.
in 100 years.
Sam, could you take him in a fight?
Huh? Who? Leo?
Yeah.
Messi?
Yeah.
He's like 5'5". Of course I could take him on a
Nah,
fight.
he's quick.
Yeah, is he gonna run away from me? We put give me a scenario. Are we in a
what?
cage?
He'll
Like, what
kick
are we
you
doing
in the
here?
knees and you'll be down, buddy.
Yeah, but then I'll fall on him. I'm a big guy. Like, I'm 6 foot
Not
flat.
if you keep swimming. No.
Yeah, you can't be a taquito.
He bench presses.
Hey, you know what? I saw a question on Facebook.
Yes.
And I just remembered. I should have asked Frank. But let me ask the two of you guys. You ever play a game? Well, back when I had my car show, we had a game called Generation Challenge.
Mm-hmm.
It's where we took older models of the cars and played them against the newer same versions.
Right.
Right. Obviously, the newer cars went in technology and stuff like that, but we compared them with kind of similar aspects.
Mm-hmm.
So back in time. So what I want to do when we come back, I want to ask. We're going to pick 5 people from the past, and then compare them to, let's say, their today counterpart, and we compare them.
Is it
sound
like
cool?
you're saying, like Michael Jordan, LeBron James?
But they weren't the same position.
Okay.
So you'd have to pick another shooting guard.
It'd be like LeBron with Magic Johnson.
Yeah.
LeBron.
Yeah, Magic Johnson, LeBron, very similar players.
But I'm saying LeBron.
But
okay.
you guys understand.
Yes.
So when we get back, we will discuss the old school versus the new school.
Oh, we need to do quarterbacks.
No, let's just do basketball.
Home runners. Okay. You want to just keep it on basketball?
We can keep it basketball.
Which I do want to talk about the East. So game 1 is going on. Isn't it Boston versus Cleveland right now?
Yeah, Boston versus Cleveland. I think game 1 is on Sunday, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, man. I'm excited. Gosh, it would be phenomenal to have Boston. It's been years since Boston's been in the playoffs.
2010, right?
They made it to the Eastern Conference Finals last year, but it was a joke.
No, the actual finals. This is what, 2010,
to the finals?
when they lost to the Lakers, right? 2010.
Yeah, I want to say it was 09.
No, 09 was us.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, it was 2010. You're right.
You know what, though? I got to give a heads up to Frank, because Frank, there aren't many people who claim the Magic,
Hey, man. He's
well,
loyal.
at least like let's just say the current Magic.
Mm-hmm.
Kevin claims the Dwight, Howard era.
Mm-hmm.
I claim the Shaquille O'Neal, Penny Hardaway era.
Yeah.
I have my times of when I was a huge Magic fan. I had my jersey, I had my Hardaway number 1.
Yeah.
That's
You drank Lipton iced tea?
No, but I had my Grant Hills.
Oh.
And Faith was like, don't say anything about your Grant Hills when you talk to Grant Hill. I'm like, wouldn't you be proud if I wore your shoes?
Not them feelers.
I mean, what are my shoes?
I'm
You're
just
just
saying.
going to take my shoes from my home?
No. Like the Grant Hills.
No,
I
I'm
used to
just
wear
messing
them.
with
I
you.
used to wear the feelers. That was like circuit 1995. Yeah.
Well, I don't think Grant Hill specifically would be proud because those shoes notoriously messed up his feet. And that's why he had so many injuries early on in his career.
Really?
Yeah. You didn't know about this?
No.
He blames, or not him specifically, but a story is that the Fila shoes messed up his feet, and that's why he was so hurt so often early on in his career.
Well, you want to ask him because he's like, hey, Grant, come on.
I can't tell if you're kidding because if
You haven't heard our story, man. You don't listen to our podcast. We just
No,
ran
I-
into
He's
him
sitting
last
right
week.
I listen
right
to
there.
so many podcasts.
He's sitting right out there.
We for real. He's gonna be coming on the show.
Yeah?
I invited him on the show, and he said,
Cool.
"Yeah."
Like legit.
Like seriously, like I'm not playing.
No, I know. I believe you now.
Like yeah, like he was like, "I want to have my assistant call you so we can set that up."
Well, all right then.
We're gonna request you, because Nick won't appreciate it. He'll be like, "Yeah, right, Grant Hill." Grant Hill's assistant will be like, "Yeah, this assistant Grant Hill." Yeah, right.
No, every time
back
Nick,
on Wrestling
every
Wednesday.
time Nick is on the board, we're just gonna talk about wrestling. That's from now on, every day.
That's right. That's right. So he'll always tune in. Hey, this is the Kevin Sutton Show. We're going to be talking past, present on basketball players. We talk a little bit about our opinions on the East Coast and the West Coast. Can Golden State hold on Houston? Is it true that Houston can push Golden State out?
Yes.
I don't think so. Hey, we'll be right back.
We on a world tour with Muhammad.
Let that beat swing. Yeah. Hey, this is the Kevin Sutton Show. This is the crew holding it down. This is Myra, the lady's point of view. We got Phil, we got Burrito, or as we call them, a.k.a. Taquito, going on in the studio. And we had Frank. Thanks for calling in, Frank. A diehard Orlando Magic fan. I love it when I hear that.
Yeah, you heard him say he runs the largest Hispanic sports page in the world.
Really?
In the world.
That's awesome. And if he ever gets a day off, we're gonna have him in the studio. And and then of course he knew who Leo Messi was, so his credibility. One, he was with the Warriors.
Everyone knows who Leo is.
No, he called him an Argentinian superstar.
It's an accurate
I didn't
statement.
even ask him. He said it on his own. Frank, you are always welcome on the Kevin Sutton Show, okay?
I feel like he's Argentinian.
Vote for Uribe.
That's right. VoteUribe.com. That's my website. But so much is going on. And Burrito, real quick, our listeners have heard this story, so I'm only going to do a recap. Kevin's birthday, April 30th. We go over to the Cheesecake Factory over at Millennia. We come out. Kevin says, "Hey man, I think that's Penny Hardaway." And I was like, "No, that ain't Penny Hardaway." He's like, "Not Penny Hardaway, the one married to that R&B singer." And I'm like, "Grant Hill." He's like, "Yeah." He's like, "Go talk to him." I did.
Myra's bold.
You know me. I'm doing. I mean,
wouldn't expect anything less from him.
I had him. I pitched him on my campaign, on the fatherhood program, on the ESPN show, everything. I had him having the valet guy wait, and he was with his daughter, beautiful daughter, with him. So it was cool. But he wants to come on the show.
I met him one time at Fun Spot. Same thing. He was with his daughter. I asked him for a picture. He was nice enough to take some time and take a picture of me and my little cousin that was there at the time.
Now, you know what's crazy is I have a picture, circuit 2003, where he's holding Faith. She's only 1 year old, okay? And Lincoln just turned 1, right? It would have been so cool to have him hold Lincoln, and he's got the picture with Faith.
You should have.
I know. I said that, and Kevin's
well,
like,
I
no.
mean, it could still happen.
It can still happen, Yeah. I mean, we'll be talking. I'm sure we'll probably end up talking to him more after the NBA season's over because he's busy. He's popping in and out of Atlanta.
Yeah.
So, by the way, I actually have been invited to Atlanta to speak at a women's conference on women in politics.
That is awesome.
Yeah. So, Myra and Power, we're moving forward. That's going to be my podcast. As soon as it gets released and gets started, you guys are going to know all about it. One of my first guests will be a sitting congresswoman right now.
Cool.
So, anyways, let's get back to what's going on. We've got Houston versus
Golden State,
which I think we all pretty much predicted those were going to come out of the West.
Yeah.
I mean, we're talking what, number 1, number 2 team?
Yeah, number 1, number 2.
Is what was Houston above or
Houston was number 1?
And that's because more games. But as LeBron says, it doesn't matter until you come out to the championship.
Yeah, it doesn't matter until you get to the playoffs.
Yeah, the playoffs is when it really all counts. As we know, like when Brazil got to the semifinals, they beat all these other teams.
The World Cup is this year. Let's wait for that to play out, and then we'll have another conversation. You're talking about something that happened 4 years ago.
It already happened, though.
4 years ago.
If it happened every year, it'd be like last year because World Cup is every 4 years. So it'd be like talking about the playoffs from last year.
It's happening this year.
But
it'll be fine.
It's like when you come to a semifinal, you don't tank it that big.
No.
You don't do what Toronto did with the Cavs in the quarterfinals, like what Brazil did in the semifinals.
Do you think the Houston Golden State series is going to go to 7 games?
I think so too. I think you've got the best talent there. Yeah. It'll be interesting to see how I feel like Golden State pulls it together. Do they make this competitive? Do they come out strong?
Yeah.
I mean, Houston, by no means am I undercutting the talent on Houston, okay?
Yeah.
They're very talented, obviously. But to me, it seems like Houston played a hard season and made sure, that they were number 1.
Yeah. Sam, what about you? Sam, what do you think? You think it's going to go to 7 games?
Yeah, I would say 6 just because Golden State would finish it off at home in Game 6 because they don't have home court advantage.
Do you think it's 4-2?
Yeah, I would go 4-2.
Wow.
Because I think Golden State will take one of the first 2 games in Houston, and then Golden State wins both games in Golden State. So that's 3-1 in 4. Then Houston will take one at home, and then Golden State finishes off in Game 6. Yeah, I feel good about that.
Okay. Now on the East.
You think that's going to go 7 games?
I have no idea.
Game 1 is in Boston?
Yeah, Boston was the number 2 seed. Cleveland's the number 4 seed. So Boston gets home court.
Now, to me, it's so funny because you think of the seeds in the East and what happened. And look what happened to Toronto. I mean, sweep.
They got obliterated.
Yeah, it was like the Brazil game.
Oh, my
7-1,
God.
You know?
You know what? Just check the stars. We got 5, more than anybody else.
Yeah, but we're talking current, our lifetime. But anyway.
When was the last time Argentina won a title?
It was stolen from us.
Was
we
that
scored a goal.
The 70s with Maradona?
90s.
I'm sorry.
90s, okay. Anyway.
I'm sorry. Wait, was it the 90s?
Yes.
It had to be 1990 because 94 was Brazil, 98 was France, so
yes.
it had to be 1990.
Yes, it was.
Okay, I don't know if that's true.
I really would love to see Boston come out of the East, but I don't know.
Why do you hate LeBron so much? You were just talking good about him on Tuesday.
No, I said he's a phenomenal player, and I will not deny his talent. When that third game win in Toronto, no, it was in Cleveland. It was in Cleveland. Yeah, against Toronto. That was just phenomenal. That was a phenomenal move, and this segues into what you're talking about, past and present.
Yeah. So I ran into a post on Facebook, and it kind of gave me an idea of what I used to do with my old car show. You know, we would pit older cars versus their newer models. So like the old Camaro versus the new Camaro.
Right.
But I wanted to try it with NBA players because we can go by position by certain position. And so the very first one that I chose was Steph Curry.
Okay.
Present
versus
Allen Iverson.
Ooh.
Yeah. So those two, same position.
Now, we're just talking about position, not stupidity with money or anything.
No, we're not talking about anything off the court. We're not talking about anything off the court. So, because it was also this week where Allen Iverson had that famous quote, "This is practice." Do you remember that? That practice speech he had? So I wanted to hear Sam, and I wanted to hear your and my opinion about.
Now this is an interesting conversation because if Kevin were here, he'd definitely probably go with Iverson, just because he was really into him. But I'm gonna have to go new school, Curry. Where are you at?
So let me ask you this: would Allen Iverson, would he do just as well if you just put him into that position where Curry is now? Would they be just as good? I am going to say no, because Curry is definitely a team player. Allen Iverson was more of kind of because he didn't have that many weapons on Philadelphia.
I got you.
What are y'all laughing about now? Huh?
No, we just have a guy on the line that Myra saw what I wrote. And I think she's laughing at that.
All right, who's going on? What is that?
What's his name?
His name is Winston. He's a big. I don't know if you guys listen to Live Local Loud. He always calls on Live Local Loud. Yeah, he's a huge soccer guy. He went off on me on the phone for a little minute here. So if you guys want to take him here, we can.
Winston, what's going on, man?
Hey, it's not Wrestling Wednesday, but I still love you. Dusty Rhodes is still the best wrestler ever, but I like Cena. But during the World, he kept messing me up and making me mad because Argentina. The hand of God is definitely the best, play ever in the world. Messi has been carrying the national team for the last decade at least.
Yeah, he's the LeBron of Argentina. He's the LeBron of Argentina.
Phil does not like the soccer talk.
Oh, gosh, please. But the problem is, during the Falcon Wars, during the World Cup, when Argentina was playing England, they stopped the war just to listen to the radio broadcast during. It was a huge match, They're fighting. There's bombs. There's missiles going on.
They stole those islands from us, by the way. Okay.
Huh?
I said they stole those islands from us. But anyways, go ahead.
Oh, of course they did, yes. But they stopped the war so they could listen to the matches. I mean, Argentina has not been relevant for so long, but they are relevant because they're still the hand of God.
You got
Maradona, anybody who can steal a World Cup like that deserves my respect for all life.
And Winston, you're a smart guy too, right? You get to the semifinals.
Oh my God!
Brazil versus Germany.
I will 7-1. I will put so much money on Brazil beating Argentina right now, and Winston, I'm not even kidding.
Winston, in soccer, normally when you've got talent versus talent, you're lucky you get 1-1, 2-1, right? 7-1 is a blowout.
Best in the world against the best in the world. I like the underdogs, like all these South American teams and Cameroon and all those things. And, unfortunately, Colombia is going to be there. I think Colombia has a really good chance this year.
I know.
I hope they do. Actually, Costa Rica, because they both beat us.
Yeah, remember that young guy? What is Jesus?
James Rodriguez.
Yeah, and there was the other one, Jesus.
For
Colombia, they used to call him Jesus in Spanish, but he went by a different name.
Jesus.
Yeah, Jesus. He was awesome too. Remember, he's the one that cried when they lost.
Okay, I'm back.
It's for
Hamas.
God and country.
There you go.
God and for country.
I'm
Winston,
back. Are we still talking about
the heart?
Yes.
Hey, Winston, do you take PayPal? Because Mara will send you that check.
That's honestly what it feels like right now. I'm being ganged up upon,
Winston,
and I don't care because Brazil's the best soccer team in the world.
Winston, I appreciate you taking the time to call and to listen because you know I'm right. and you hear.
Yeah, of course. I won the Hall of Fame tickets because I did the best Dusty Rhodes.
Do it again.
Do it again, Winston. Come on.
I can't. Hot times. Let me tell you, hot times. Argentina getting disrespected by
what is
the men
happening
on the
right now?
radio. If you will, baby. Let me tell you, peoples.
I love it.
Argentina cannot be disrespected.
Thank you.
Not in my lifetime. Hot times, baby.
If I had the mic in my hand, I'd drop it now.
I'm about to turn them off.
Winston, thank you so much,
Winston,
man.
thank you. Appreciate the love. Man, that's what you call that's amazing listening. Smart man. Winston, again, you like Frank anytime.
That was a segment buster. I already forgot what I was talking about before I even got up. Do you remember? Who was I
we were talking about past and present.
Oh, okay.
But let's run through this a little quick because I know we're going to have to go to commercial break. But you didn't hear about this. So we were talking about Allen Iverson,
AI and Curry. Could you
Steph
swap?
Curry.
Like, we don't really have that many parameters on
there
base.
isn't
You can
really
talk about
much of
points
a
and all this stuff, but I wanted to say before we go to break, could you just swap the two players, and will those teams be successful? That's the only parameters that I want to base this off of, because we can do stats, we can do all that crap. I don't want to do that. I just want to say, could we just literally swap the two players in their time, in their prime, and would those teams win?
Would Golden State be as successful?
Golden State would be as successful, I think. But I think Curry's a better player, and it comes down to the fact that Iverson would have to change his game so much.
And, Phil brought up the point when you were on the phone, is Curry's a heck of a team player.
Yeah, and that Sixers team wasn't good. It comes down to how they play, whereas Iverson essentially carried that squad because he shot like 50 times a game, whereas Curry's not that kind of player, and then Iverson would have to pass the ball a lot more if he played for Golden State. But I think they'd be about the same.
So now that was a point guard. So when we come back, let's try some other positions.
We still got time.
We do? I thought.
Yeah, we got about a minute here. Let's go.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, next.
All right, so we got shooting guard. Everyone's going to talk about Jordan, but let's pick somebody else. Maya, do you have anybody that you have in mind?
Jeez, you can't.
I know. I'm putting you on the spot.
Yeah, man. And I'm sorry. Jordan was Jordan.
Okay. Who's another shooting? Nick.
A good shooter now. Current.
A good shooting guard now.
Yeah. Who's the best shooting guard in the league right now?
Probably James Harden.
Okay.
You think so?
Yeah. I would say shooting guard, pure number two. Two guard. I would say James Harden. Yeah.
Okay. So if we swapped James Harden with 98, let's say what 98, Jordan.
Yeah, I mean that was a little older. Let's go 96.
96?
Right, the year after he came back from baseball.
I would say Jordan would kill it.
Yeah.
Jordan would
I would
kill
agree
it.
with that. Yeah.
I think Harden would also win.
I think Harden is as good or almost as good of a scorer as Jordan, but nowhere near him on the defensive end. No. And that's why I would take Jordan.
Well, honestly, the dudes now don't play defense. They don't, man. This is a shoot three-point game.
They just don't foul as much. That's the thing. Like the rules are a lot different than they were back then, and so it seems like they don't play defense, but in reality, they just foul a lot less.
What's your favorite position in basketball?
Point guard.
Point guard. Who's your favorite player
of all time?
Yeah, all time.
Oof, that's tough. Can I give you that after the break? I gotta think. Yeah. I gotta think this through.
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
Yes. Hey, this is the Kevin Sutton Show. This is the crew holding it down, having lots of fun turning this around for Argentina. Can you call the podcast Argentina Love?
No.
Yeah.
No one's going to download it.
Just call it So Much Soccer Talk.
Right?
No, call it Argentina Soccer Talk. Okay, because that's where we get the push. If you call it Brazilian, could go either way. 7-1. Hey.
Oh, what I got though.
Hey, this is the Kevin Sutton Show. When you're in charge and when you're winning, you gotta push that you're winning because you don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow. So this is the Kevin Sutton Show. This is Myra, the Lady's Point of View, holding it down with Dr. Phil and Burrito. We'll be right back. Picked the wrong song. It should have been Don't Cry for Me.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah, this is the Kevin Sutton Show. Being proud tonight. Being proud. I don't want to hear it. I know what he's going to say. But Kevin Sutton Show is proudly sponsored by Cruz and Pasquera, PA. They're a full service attorney firm. But you may actually have been in a slip and fall or car accident, a personal injury claim. And, you feel like your lawyer right now is just not doing enough. And you want someone to take a look, someone who knows what they're what they're doing. Cruz and Pescara, they offer a free case evaluation. That's right, free. No strings attached. They're going to look over your case, see what's going on, tell you if certain things have happened or not, and maybe help you out so you can get your case moving along. Free case evaluation at Cruz and Pescara, PA. Offices downtown Orlando, 407-841-0200. You can always call us, and we're happy to do an introduction. And if you do the password code,
you
get the VIP treatment.
Yes, and you know what? I haven't said this in a while, but you guys can leave us a voice message on our website. You don't even have to dial a phone number. So, Winston, if you want to leave us that long, exasperated Dusty Rose promo, you can do that. And I will listen to it. Just go to KevinSuttonShow.com and click on the speak pipe button that's on the right side of the screen. But make sure you keep it clean because we will play it on the air. Ask us any questions or just give us a comment. But, hey, whatever you do, just head to KevinSuttonShow.com.
Yes. And, Brina, when are you back with us? You don't know, do you?
Nah, it's sort of a last-minute thing. They just kind of put
Was
me
it because
wherever.
Nick's at Twin Peaks?
Yeah, that's why I was there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll just have to see when they're going to Twin Peaks again because we're going to have to bring a surprise next time. Maybe some empanadas.
I like empanadas.
Yeah.
They're good.
I know. They got the best food.
They're named something different in Brazil than they are everywhere else.
What are they named?
Pastels.
Like pastelitos?
Not just pastels, like pastels.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Pastels.
All right. Anyway, so Blake Bortles, right? I heard that he was in the news recently.
Yeah.
Is he doing the what's his name? The heel guy. I can't even.
Tebow?
Tebow. Is he doing the Tebow? Is he the new angel of the NFL?
No, actually, he's actually playing a police officer.
So what happened?
Well, first of all, he's dumb for leaving his keys and wallet in his car.
Okay, you're gonna have to run us through the whole story because I haven't had a chance to read it, but I did see his name in the news.
So he held a person who was burglarizing his car, and a bunch of cars. So it was a teenager. I think it was at his house. It might have been at his house, but there was a bunch of cars outside, and because they were probably having a party. But Blake Bortles left his stuff in the car, and someone broke into all the cars that were around, and they tried to steal his car because they had the keys, but they couldn't get out because there was too many cars there. So the guy broke into the house.
No way.
And I guess he was stupid because if you see so many cars outside, you know there's people inside.
Yeah.
And so they held him until the cops came.
And Blake was part of holding him down?
Blake was the one who caught him, yeah.
All right. He's going to be like Shaquille O'Neal trying to get his sheriff badge.
Sheriff badge.
Sheriff
Bortles.
Remember when Shaquille O'Neal wanted to be sheriff? Mm-hmm. There was that talk, and then he wanted to be sheriff of Miami. But now he's supporting people running for sheriff.
Good.
So
Shaq can't chase nobody.
He'll be like, I nurture my skin.
Mm-hmm.
Faith does such a good
That's funny.
improvise of him. And Lincoln thinks it's hilarious. I nurture my skin.
That's funny.
Anyways, well, Blake is a good guy, So he's we all meet a lot of players, and and you've done this too, Burrito. You meet football players, you meet basketball players.
Yeah, mainly basketball because of the Magic, but yeah.
But I mean, we've met a lot of football players and a lot of the charity events we do, and the David Moss, which by the way, we've been asked to come back for a 6th year.
That's the golf
to the
tournament,
David
right?
Moss Foundation, which is the pro NFL players playing golf to raise money for kids with cancer. And I lost my point. I got
you were talking about you guys meet players.
Yeah, but Blake Bortles was a top-notch guy.
Yeah.
Top-notch. I mean, remember we told you about how he just waited until everyone got their autographs and stuff? That's just how he was. Very low-key. No crew,
Yeah.
No ballers. And I remember one time having to do a VIP room for players.
Yeah.
And I remember them telling me the player can only bring one person. And I'm not saying anything about minorities. But usually it's 3 and plus. And, and so I would have to be like, I'm sorry, there's only room for one person.
Well, you need your hype man. You need your bodyguard. You need your chauffeur. You need your guy to carry your weapons. You need the fall guy to take it if you got drugs on. I mean, I'm sorry.
But, I was the one I was like the door person who was like checking people in. And I was like, I'm sorry, there's only a +1. But it had nothing to do with them bringing their people. It was just like the room only held so much.
Sorry,
it was like a VIP
I'm sorry,
room.
Barack Obama. You can only bring one.
Oh, man. That's tough. But anyways, what else do you have going on?
Well, we can finish this really quick. I mean, we're at small forward now. I mean, obviously LeBron James is the best small forward right now in the world.
Who would be the past?
Larry Bird?
I guess, but they're not similar at all.
Yeah, no, their styles are completely different.
Yeah, Larry Bird can shoot.
I don't think. What do you mean? What?
LeBron can't shoot.
Man,
what?
That's his whole thing. That's why they lost the finals in 2011, his first year in Miami. That's the reason Dwayne Casey's a head coach is because he came up with that scheme to let LeBron shoot. Like, obviously he's gotten better, but Larry Bird's an all-time shooter.
You do realize that game in Toronto, right? On Saturday, that game against Toronto Saturday
night? I'm just pointing out a fact here. I'm not saying it's accurate to this point.
But let's base this off of the parameters we set. We only set one parameter. Would each team be successful if they just swapped? So if we put Larry Bird on the Cavs now, would it work?
The Cavs would be a lot worse, and the Celtics would be about the same, if not better.
Okay, so
I have to agree.
So we're giving that to LeBron.
Yeah.
All right, so we got power forward. Power forward, the best one it would be right now.
I mean, is there like I don't even know if there's power forward.
They all move positions. So.
Like Anthony Davis, is he a power forward? I mean, technically, I guess.
Who would you say in the past?
I mean, there's plenty of power forwards in the past. You got Tim Duncan.
I would say Tim. Yeah, I was going to say Tim
Duncan is probably the best power forward of all time.
Because all the positions change, so you don't have those role players anymore.
Yeah, I would go with Tim Duncan over Anthony Davis if we were doing that one.
And lastly, it'll be Shaq versus.
Well, I don't know. That's a debate there. It's who's better, him, Kareem, Wilt, Akeem Olajuwon. People don't talk about him.
I think Shaq changed the game though with his role that he played, the big body,
massive.
Yeah, so I would pick Shaq with whatever because
and then I
guess they can just give him the ball and go. Whoop.
With like who, Marcus Gasol or Boogie Cousins?
Shaq forever.
Yeah,
Shaq forever.
And Kareem, have you guys seen him lately? He looks so fragile.
He's on Dancing with the Stars.
Yeah.
I mean, he's like 70 years old.
Is he?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
He just looks like he's about to fall apart. Like he looks like a little stick that if you just.
Well, he's like 7'2".
Yeah, he's tall.
Yeah.
And he's always been thin.
Has
he's
he
71.
always been? He's 71.
Yeah.
He can't dance.
He's stiff.
He can't dance.
He's stiff.
He can't hardly move. He can't dance.
He's stiff, Maya. Let's get out of here.
I know. Hey, this is, we got so much going on. You guys, tune in. Check us out on FaceTube.
FaceTube? You're tired. Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Kevin Sutton
All
Show.
under the username Kevin Sutton
Hey,
Show. You're the guy who should be tired in here.
All the episodes are going to be broadcast on YouTube directly after we're uploaded as well. I fixed it.
Yes, and we had a great time talking soccer tonight, even though Phil tuned out.
I left.
We had a great
time. I hung out with Grant Hill in the lobby.
East and West. I can't wait to see how this series gets started. We're going to be back next week. You guys have a great, great weekend. We love you. Kevin will be back in the hot chair, and we'll see what happens this weekend. Where do we lead off? Hey, when do the West Coast play?
I think it's on Monday. I don't think they play the same night. I'll double check here real quick, see if I can find it.
VoteandRebeat.com.
There you go. Thank you, guys. Appreciate all the love.